Pam's beautiful black mink coat transformed into a throw. This black mink was absolutely stunning. So well taken care of, so soft, supple, it was a joy, an absolute joy to work with. The customer chose to use their own lining from their original fur coat. I did some custom quilting on the back. Here is the front of the coat and the back. Her beautiful lining. And let's start the deconstruction process. Always the first part is to remove the lining and any label that's attached to the lining. The lining for me is always the hardest part of the deconstruction process. It's very time consuming and very tedious, but this particular coat was so well made that it was even harder to take the lining off because it was tacked in multiple places with really good material on the inside to stabilize everything. Here you can see some of the wool that was on the inside of the lining in the lapel area and in the collar section. And as you can see, it's taking quite a bit of time for me to remove just a little portion of that wool batting. Here I'm removing all the supportive tape that was cold tape that has dried out over the years. It's just falling off the fur. So we'll just remove that and continue on. Here I am removing the puff sleeves as well as more cold tape and then moving on to the bottom of the lining once again. Once everything is deconstructed, the next part is to make my strips. I start in the center of my jacket and make the widest strip possible that is going to be completely straight, and then I move on from there. Here we are making some more strips, and this fur really cut beautifully, not too much flyaway at all. Probably one of my nicest furs to date that I have worked on. Removing the clips here so this way the ruler can lie flat against the fur, and taping it so it doesn't come apart. This way I have a nice straight edge to work with. The bottom of the fur always fans out, so it's very important to keep in mind that the fur is straight for the majority of the cuts. And the fanned out parts I can then later on attach together to make additional panels. Here the cut was on the pocket, so I actually lucked out and didn't need to clip that. Once all the strips have been cut and measured, I bring them down to my table and I will lay them all out and try to figure out the best configuration for the design. This here is a lightweight cotton that helps protect the fur. And the center portion of the backing. You can watch another video to see how I make the backings for my throws. There's the completed backing. Come visit us at dinahsquilts.com.